Hello guys, welcome to yet another video. This is my post Grand Prix reaction to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix we just had. So without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm gonna try to do this like quickly. I want to take all of this in one go because this is just right after the race. Okay, so let's get into it. Friday started well. I think that was the first time we saw cars on track, and we're trying to figure out who's the best and who's lacking and all of that. I think on the first day of practice, FP1, FP2, I think at the end of FP1, Daniel Ricciardo was in P1. It was looking like the Racing Bulls had pace, but as the weekend went on, we know what happened. McLaren came in second and third with Norris and Piastri, and Yuki came fourth. So Friday was just the first test around, and no one was really showing their pace. In the FP2 session, where we were surprised to see Mercedes 1-2 Hamilton and Russell. Although I think after that session, I think Max Verstappen was suggesting that maybe Mercedes turned up their engine to the highest at that point, so that's why they want to. Going into FP3, there was nothing you could just tell. It was just, it was interesting. It was so close. I think Alonso posted one of the fastest times there, so it was quite interesting to see that. That's why going into qualifying, it was so amazing. Everyone was so excited to see, okay, what is the actual position? What is the real classification and of all the teams? Everyone was curious. I know I was. I don't know about you. I know I was. Definitely, I was looking out for that qualifying session. And in qualifying, it just happened that, well, the Alpine team, oh my goodness. Alpine finished 19 and 20. Ocon and Gasly getting out in Q1. Oh, that's terrible. And now, not long ago after the race, I just learned that Alpine technical director Matt Harman has resigned from his position. So, I don't know where Alpine go from here because they sacked Otmar Safnauer last year. I don't think they should have sacked him because they got, I think, two P3. The first one was in Monaco, but the second one was after he left, the next race after he resigned. So it was like, it was unnecessary. I don't think they know what they're doing at the moment because even the guy that replaced Otmar has never been in Formula One. It's just like a board decision to replace someone. So I don't think it's right in that way. But let's see how Alpine go from here. But honestly, the way it started, it was terrible. Maybe it got better for them in the race, but then the circumstances that led to that is one off. If there was no incident in the beginning of the race up to the end, I don't think they would have been in the position that they were in. But still talking about qualifying, well, Ferrari still have that one lap pace. It is amazing. I think the pace is so amazing that, funny enough, the lap which Charles Leclerc did in Q2, because I think in Q2 he was in P1, was faster than the time Verstappen had for pole position. That's how fast. The Ferrari in the hands of Charles Leclerc is a different beast anyway. But also, shout out to Charles. He still finished. He still started the race P2 in qualifying. He got in Q3. He put it P2. I think his first sector was not so good. That's what messed up the rest of his qualifying lap. But he did well. Max P1, Leclerc P2, P3 George Russell, P4 Carlos Sainz, P5 Sergio Perez. And I think from down there you have Piastri. No, you have Norris, Piastri, Hamilton, Alonso, and then Nico Hulkenberg. Oh my God! No. Nico. Honestly, I can't wait for Nico to get a very good car. Even though I know he's getting old, I don't think he'll be in a better car. Maybe next year with Audi, we don't know because it seems like Audi might not even get the race, might not even get to be in Formula One next year or in a year or two. But I don't know why he can't get a better team at the moment. But then we don't know what silly season is gonna bring for us this year, so we'll wait and see. But Nico Hulkenberg, he did very well in that Haas. That Haas looks like he has good pace, and they've sorted out the tire issue. Because just like the Ferrari, the Haas normally eats its tires very quick, and even the Ferrari too. In the race today, I think they were quite good. The tires didn't wear off as much as they used to do, so which is good for them. I think the Ferrari team will be so pleased with that, but Haas as well, because in the race they did amazing things. Although it was unfortunate, Nico started the race And the first contact of the season, Nico Hulkenberg on Lance Stroll. So qualifying aside, now let's get into the main race. The race started well. I think Verstappen started well to cover up Leclerc to prevent any form of problems for himself. I think he had an amazing start and everything was going well. I mean, just that in that first corner, Hulkenberg tapped uh, Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll spun and, well, it looked like it was going to be a bad day for Lance Stroll at the first, but I think he did well. At a certain point, he was 19th and had a good drive, finished P10, so that's good. I think starting the season with points is very good. But then, although there's not much difference. There's nothing surprising about what we saw in today's race because it's Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren, and Aston Martin, top five. All of them, they occupy those positions. I think it has messed up my driver's prediction for this weekend. No, my good surprise because I picked Daniel Ricciardo and they didn't look good. I'm gonna get to racing bulls in a minute because what happened with Sonoda at the end of the race there, I don't support it. I don't know what they're doing in that team, but that's not right. Okay, so for the race, Max Verstappen in P1, man, simply lovely, as he always says, simply lovely. There was nothing that was wrong with. He did everything perfectly. Pole position, led every lap, fastest lap. What else could you ask? What else could you ask? And he finished like 23 seconds ahead of his teammates. Beast, absolute beast. Same strategies. But to be fair, Checo started a bit in P5. But I mean, even if he was in front with him in P2, I don't think it would have made any difference because Max is just in one, like he's in tune with that car. When he is in that car, he's like a robot. So yeah, Checo did well. Checo moved from P5 up to P5 or P7. I don't remember, but he was at the back. But he moved through the cars quickly, and he P2. George Russell actually started well, and although I don't think the Mercedes has the race pace they think they do. So yeah, he was dropping back quite a bit, and the Ferraris. Oh my God, Carlos Sainz! What an amazing drive! He was voted the driver of the day. Absolutely amazing. I totally agree with everything there. He was on fire today, Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc, on the other hand, he was having issues with the brake. I think he had an issue with the car. The braking issue really messed him up. So he was locking up a lot at the beginning of the race. But I think when they switched to the hard tires, he got a bit of a hang of it on it. So he was able to finish behind Leclerc, behind Sainz in P4. In P5, George Russell, as I said, George Russell started P3. He did well too, but I think later in the race he was managing an issue. His team was telling him to lift and coast. So definitely the car there had some issues, but he did well. He did well to finish in P5 because I think he held off Lando towards the end of the race. Lando was coming in strongly. Lando finished P6, Hamilton P7, Piastri P8. Yeah, the McLaren team messed up Piastri's pit stop, so that's why Hamilton was able to jump in. But the thing is, this is one thing about great drivers. When they take that advantage on you, if you're not very, very good or you're not in a better car as well, I don't think you can get them back. That was what Hamilton did tactically with Piastri, and that was very good on his side. P8, had a good race. I mean, couldn't expect much because it's the car they have. I think McLaren need to look into their development because I think last year they ended the best team on the grid. They and Ferrari, but it's like they've dropped off a bit. Then the Aston Martins in 9 and 10, Alonso 9, and Lance Stroll 10th. So good race from them. To be honest, I think there's nothing more Alonso could do. The car doesn't have that race pace. I mean, he did an amazing job in qualifying. I think he finished P6 or something like that. So that's really good. Now, to the Racing Bulls issue. I think towards the end of the race, there was less communication to Yuki to switch positions with Daniel. For me, it's like, what was the point? There was no points to fight for. Even if Daniel overtook Kevin, which he did not, there was no point available. At that time in the race, there was no point doing that. And I don't understand. This is not the first time the Racing Bulls, last year they were AlphaTauri, this year Racing Bulls. I don't understand why they always mess up Yuki's strategy. It happens so too many times and far too often. They need to sort that out. There was no reason to give Daniel Ricciardo that position. Yes, Daniel was on soft, but he was on used soft. At that point in the race, Yuki was faster. And I think, yeah, Yuki could have finished in the points today, but then they also let him stay out too long on the hards and during his first stint on the hards. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, overall, that's how the weekend went. Nothing, honestly, it's like we just continued from where we stopped. The Max Verstappen domination continues. It is what it is, and we're here for it. We might be witnessing greatness. Some people say it's boring. Well, I'm like, well. You don't know how much. You don't know how many people would kill to be in this position. I think we're lucky to be in a generation where we're seeing a lot of great things. I mean, we're in a generation with Ronaldo, Messi, Tiger Woods, LeBron James, all these great guys. And then yeah, we've seen Lewis Hamilton. Now we're seeing Max Verstappen. So let's just enjoy it. So yeah, that's my reaction for the 2024 Bahrain Grand Prix. So yeah, I'll give a video for my reaction to the predictions I had for the weekend. I'll upload that soon. But for now, that's it. So take care of yourself. I'll see you in the next one. And don't forget, next week is the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Still just like this week, first practice session Thursday, qualifying on Saturday, main race on, practice Thursday, qualifying on Friday, then main race Saturday. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Bye.